Come on, spill the tea.
Yeah. Ooh. Alright. Woo. This is light work.
Come on, spill the tea.
Yeah. Ooh. Alright. Woo. This is light work.
Come on, spill the tea.
Yeah. Ooh.
Welcome to the Range Rundown.
Hi, you guys, and welcome back to the Range Rundown. Now, to celebrate Women's Month, we have a special guest today, Mrs. Manon Prud'homme. She's going to tell us about herself, and you can have the floor.
Well, hi, Range Rundown. Thank you, Ashley
And welcome.
Xavier, for having me.
We're glad you're here.
Yes, thank you for having me. So a little bit about myself. I'm a native of Monroe, Louisiana, born and raised. I'm 29. So I currently work for a nonprofit here in Monroe called Nova Workforce. So at Nova, we are like a workforce intermediary,
Okay.
and that's just a fancy word for we help individuals find jobs.
Find jobs.
We help people find careers in construction trades, manufacturing, healthcare. But before we help you find a career, we put you through a 2-week career training, just kind of helping you with the logistics of a resume, interviewing skills, professionalism on the job. So I do that. And I'm also a professor at Grambling State University.
Wow.
So I graduated with a bachelor's degree in social work from ULM, and then I went on to Grambling, where I graduated with my master's in criminal justice. And recently, this past December 2023, I graduated with my doctoral degree in higher ed. So I'm a
congratulations.
PhD of higher ed. Thank you. So yeah, so getting into the higher ed space. That's why I'm super excited about this job at Grambling as a professor, where I get to educate the young minds. So yeah.
So, that is a wonderful accomplishment.
Thank you.
And you kind of inspired me.
Oh, thank you.
What advice would you have to young, middle-aged women like myself?
As it relates to continuing education?
Yes.
So I would say do it. Definitely go for it. I always give the advice, degrees gives you options, and education gives you access, right?
Okay.
Sometimes when I've been places or seen different individuals in careers, I've seen people kind of down talk them or talk to them in kind of a negative way. For instance, like your person that's checking you out at the grocery store, right? Or maybe the housekeeper at a local hotel. And so I'm always inspiring the girls to like go back to school, or always asking them like, what is it that you want to do? Even if it's not a 4-year route, right? Even if it's not a college or university, I think it's very important to get a skill set. You may say like, I'm into the beauty industry. I love to do makeup. I love to do hair. That's great. Go to cosmetology school and get a cosmetology license or a barber license. And don't only stop there with your 6-figure job of booking your clients and doing hair. Maybe learn a specialty like wigs. I was looking at something the other day, and it was called like Ukrainian prosthetic wigs. And it's like, well, what's that? That's wigs for individuals with cancer or alopecia, individuals who have hair loss, right? So you see how you can capitalize, and then you can go and get a contract with a St. Jude, right? And the Medicaid pays you $10,000 to make a wig. So education. I'm big on education, and you're never too old to stop learning. So don't allow society or whoever to make you think that you're too old, or it's been so long, or I'm outdated. Like, I'm 29 and I got a PhD, and I'm still thinking about do I want to go to law school? I don't think I do, but learning is ongoing. We're forever learning, right? You're forever evolving, and you may have a different interest, right? Like you may say, I've did school already, but in a couple of years, something may pique your interest where you want to go and get additional education and learn about it. So you're never too old to go back. My sister's in law school, and
So you were saying that you work for Nova Workforce Institute of Northeast Louisiana.
yes.
If someone wanted more information, how could they reach out to you?
So they can definitely come by our office. We're located on 1900 North 18th Street. And the qualifications is that you have to be 18 or older with a high school diploma or a GED. And that's it.
So anybody can come by and get help.
Anyone
and
can come
tell
by.
everybody what they help with again.
And we're Suite 201. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And so again, Nova, we help individuals find careers specifically tailored to construction trade, manufacturing, and healthcare. We also assist with education. We partner with Delta Community College. So if you want a skill set in any of those fields, like construction trade, manufacturing, healthcare, phlebotomy, medical assistant, nursing, we do have funding to help assist you into getting that skill set.
Okay, I might need to come by there and get.
Absolutely.
I want to go for phlebotomy. So
Okay, yes. You want to be a phlebotomist? We can definitely assist you.
I want to get a trade under my belt. I want to just stop there though.
Yeah. And kind of matriculate up into healthcare, like maybe nursing or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
So.
So fun fact from behind the camera, it is your host Xavier. Fun fact, I did go to school with Megan because that is her sister. I do want to know a little bit more about Megan. How old is she and how she's doing?
So my sister Megan is 27 and she's doing really well. Megan is in law school right now. She attends Southern University and she is a 2-year law student. So she's kind of matriculating through being a law girl. And so we're super excited and happy for Megan. And a fun fact about Megan's classmate is Omarosa. So that goes back to you're never too old to accomplish your dreams.
Right.
You're never too old to go back to school.
Exactly. I believe that you are like a big inspiration for your sister. Do you think that she's following your steps, or how are y'all relationship towards each other?
Absolutely. And I think that's what sisters are for.
Of course.
That's very special. So Megan and I, we have a very close relationship. We actually are our parents' only biological sisters, but we have 2 other sisters that we grew up with who were adopted. So it was 4 of us. So the oldest sister, her name is Melanie. Melanie is 31. So Melanie is at Prairie View A&M working on her PhD. So she inspired me, right? And so I went to Jackson State to obtain my PhD. I graduated, and Megan was, of course, looking at both of us, and she decided to go to law school to get her Juris Doctorate. So yes, we definitely inspire each other. You know, education was big in the Prud'homme household, and our daddy told us, you know, you all can be doctors. You all should be doctors. So we are all becoming and have became doctors.
That's amazing. Young, black, intelligent women. I'm always excited to see you guys. So I really thank you for coming on here as well.
Thank you for having me, Xavier and Ashley.
We enjoy you.
Absolutely.
I'm definitely not done because I have a lot of questions. Like I always tell you, I be want to ask so much. With me being 26, I be feeling like that I lost a lot already. And looking at you, it's like amazing to see a 29 black woman like doing what you do. Look how you dress.
Yeah.
Like for the females that's coming up, they don't always have to be half naked. They don't always.
Right.
You are beautiful, and the thing that you accomplish, like you ain't telling them everything. You ain't letting them know the plaques that you just got.
Yeah.
Like you ain't giving them what you
Oh,
receive.
so speak on the plaques.
No.
Why?
No.
I want to know.
This is about you.
Yeah.
Like this is our month, and we chose you because I always tell my mom every time I see you, it's like I could be that. You're an inspiration to me. You
Thank
make me
you.
feel like I can push forward, even though I hadn't had a lot going on. So I know it's more females out here that are just like me and sitting there like she's 29. You sit, you put your back to the wall, like you, everything that you do, it's amazing. And I just want you to tell them, like, let them know the plaque, let them know what you have received.
Yeah, because I want to know, being a 32-year-old single parent, I was about to give up on school. Like, I was like, this is too much. I can't go back. I'm not going to do it. It's a lot of stress. And hearing you say that, you know, with you and your sisters, it's kind of like, maybe I can go back and maybe I can do it.
Yes, you can. So I'll say this. We're just gonna be raw and honest. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I think the girls, right, of our generation, a lot of the girls are focused on things that they shouldn't be focused on. Just being honest.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get distracted. Sometimes we get off course because of what? We all know it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, right?
I would say men.
That's it.
Because that's what kind of threw me off course.
Men, right? So I was kind of like this ambitious girl growing up, right? Like, of course, I'm into guys, but it was always like I'm focused on Manon, right? I have to be the best version of Manon. I desire to be married one day, right?
All girl does.
All girls do, right?
Yeah.
But that'll come in its timing. I believe in it. I'm very strategic on timing is everything, right? And I've always, I have a coworker and she always says, look down the line 10 years from now. I'm 29 and 10 years I'll be 39. What do I want to say that I have accomplished in 10 years? I don't want 39 to look like 29.
Oh, you giving me
right?
goosebumps.
Right? And so because timing is everything, I know marriage and children even will come in its timing. So in this season of singleness, right? Let's talk about singleness. When you're single, you're not married, not boyfriend and girlfriend. You're married or you're single, right?
That's what I say. Either I'm single or I'm married. There's no in between.
Right? And so singleness is ordained selfishness. That's what our pastor, Dr. Janet Floyd, teaches us. And marriage is ordained sacrifice, right? So in my ordained selfishness, in my season of singleness, how do I occupy the time? I'm a believer, right?
Yeah. Like
the Bible says, he that findeth the wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. As a single woman, all we have to worry about doing is being a good thing. So what are you doing in your season of singleness to be a good thing? How are you occupying the space? A good thing, that's going to school and being educated. That's attaining all of the knowledges. That's starting your businesses. That's starting your nonprofits. That's, honing in on a skill set. That's tapping into your creative. Now you're a creative, that's traveling the world and getting outside of your city and exposing your mind to different cultures, right? Yeah. That's taking girls trips. And so that's what I'm about. And I'm selfish with Manon, right? Yeah. Because I can be, because it's the season to be selfish with Manon. I have probably 5 to 6 jobs because I want to be wealthy. Yes. I know a husband will come, but I don't want to wait on him to help me to become wealthy or depend on him. That's going to be beautiful, and I'm going to do that too when you do come. I'm going to spend your money. But right now, there's money to be made. There are contracts. There's business. There's people that need what's inside of you. right? So my focus is go and make the money. Go and be about your purpose as a single woman, right? And even you with
Or a
children
single parent,
or a
yeah.
single parent, you still can, right?
Yeah.
And you can inspire so many other single mommies. So that's my thing. I'm big on time. Time is winding down, and that's the one thing we can't get back, right? If we could, we would go back and do some things. So how are you kind of being productive right now? And I'm big on not allowing a man to ruin what I have going on. Sure, do I date? Yes. Yeah, we can go to dinner and then I'm going home. We can have a conversation and get to know each other. But if you're not serious and if you're not that husband material that I'm kind of knowing or looking for, then I don't waste my time, because this is an investment, right? You're not going to waste my time.
Yeah.
I've invested too much. My village has invested too much. My parents and my pastor and my sisters has invested too much. So, yeah, I don't allow a man.
Yeah, that's
to get
another
in the
topic
way.
we're gonna have to get on, because
Absolutely.
I can honestly speak about time being wasted.
And it's
But,
okay.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
I
okay.
feel like in God's time, then things will happen the way He wants it to happen.
Yes, it will. Absolutely. Yes, it will. And if you believe in God, yes, absolutely. His timing is everything. The Bible says if you acknowledge Him in all thy ways, He will direct your path. So that's what I try to do. I'm not perfect at it, but every time there's an opportunity or a decision on the table, I take it to God in prayer. I'm big on prayer. Prayer is just communication with God.
Yep.
And I allow Him to direct.
Well, you like a breath of fresh air.
At what moment did you know that I'm gonna be like you're 29, and we all have those moments where we want to be young, wild, and free. Have you ever had that moment? Have you ever felt like you wanted to be with your friends, you wanted to party? Have you ever had a party, madame? Have you had a person like that?
I have attended a party. I remember specifically one time in college. In college, right? We had a friend that was crossing Omega. And so he had a probate in Grambling, and he said the probate was at Legends. I went to ULM, and so my sister Melanie, another one of our friends, and myself, we drove to Grambling to go to Legends, right? That's the location, just said Legends. When we got to Grambling, Legends was a club, and I was like, wait, typically probates are not in clubs. But we want to see him, so we went into the club, and I was so uncomfortable, y'all. The Omegas was doing everything but being a child of God. And so I did. I am an AKA, a woman of Alpha Kappa Alpha. But we get to this club, and while we're in the club, we're not even 15 minutes in, my daddy started calling like, hey, what you doing? And I was like, I lied. I was like, in my dorm room. He was like, okay, I'm coming to get you. Because sometimes, like, my sister and I had to go home on weekends. They allowed us to stay on campus, but they were super strict, and we were super sheltered. So on weekends, we went home. And so we were 90 miles per hour, but our friend drove us from Grambling all the way to Monroe in like 15 minutes. So, that was my experience with the club. It wasn't the best.
Dads always know. It sounds like our dads. He always know. Like, what you doing? You call it the wrong time.
But to answer your question, I've kind of always been this girl. Like, I've kind of been modest. I've kind of been more of a conservative girl. So when you say that, have I ever wanted to be young, wild, and free? Not really. I've just always kind of been like myself. And I guess in my young, wild, and free moments, I don't know, I didn't have a lot of those moments. I'm a chill personality, and so it's always just been chill with my friends. I'm a girl's girl, though. I do like to hang around my friends. So what does that look like? Young, wild, and free for us looks like us planning a trip to like Paris or something. Like I got a friend now who just graduated with her master's, and we're going to Indonesia, and we're going to sit on the elephants. That's young, wild, and free for me. When I graduated with my PhD, she gifted me a trip to DC. Because I was like, I want to go look at all of the monuments and hang out in Washington. And so that's what we did. We went to DC for a week. So that's like, yeah.
That's great to know that. So you basically like telling people like this could be young, wild, and free too.
Yeah.
You don't have to be young, wild, and free, or what other people say, but
absolutely.
This could be too. And that's why I asked you to come on here again because it's to see a different outlook. Like a lot of people know Xavier in the military. A lot of people know Ashley as being Kalani's mama. Like just different, but they don't know us. Period. So we don't know you. Period. We want to know you, and that was basically everything that we needed to know. If you have anything you want to say, Ashley.
I appreciate you coming. We're gonna have to have you again.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, because we're gonna do a BBL talk and a rundown. So we want to we just gonna come.
We're gonna get deeper into the issues.
Okay. Yes.
And we would love for you to be a part of it because, like I said at the beginning, having a young black woman that is doing it in women's month is just like you're
somebody I can look up to.
Thank you.
You are.
And thank y'all for having me. And with it being Women's History Month, to you and your amazing roles that you serve in your multiple capacities, because you're not just military, you're such a creative. You're the brains and the creativity behind Jordan Automotive.
She has the hardest part. We're gonna stop giving her thanks because she has the hardest part on Range Rundown.
Absolutely.
I could not be on Range Rundown or do anything if it wasn't for her.
Yes. So happy Women's History Month to you, beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
To you too.
And thanks for having me.
And we're gonna spend a special shout out to your mom and hope that she feels better.
Yes.
Because she is a major part of this too.
She's doing much better. She was like, girl, I'm going to the nail shop yesterday. And I was like, oh, you're better.
Well, tell her we asked about her.
I sure will.
We wish the best for her.
Absolutely.
Well, you guys, you have it. It's another episode of the Range Rundown. Until next time, we will see you guys later.